Hello Fragrance family, welcome to Fragrance Therapy. I'm your host Tom. Now the owners of Rayhaan went all out to promote their two new releases, Pharaoh and Tonkin Giza. Now I haven't gotten my hands on Tonkin Giza yet. I did manage to get my hands on Pharaoh, and for this release, they flew out all the major influencers to Egypt, and all of them were glazing the hell out of this thing. The question is, was it all hype? Or is this actually any good? Let's find out. So, Rayhaan Pharaoh is inspired by Oman Luxury's Caden, and the question I had is, why did they decide to dupe that fragrance? My guess is they saw influencer Fragrance Flan gush over this scent profile. If you know, he was the most vocal fan of Amouage Outlands, and that led to Rayhaan making Terra. And now I think his love for Caden has led to the release of Pharaoh. There's one thing you should know though, and Flan has been open about this. Fragrance Flan has said that his friend was involved with Caden. So I'm not saying that it means anything, I'm just saying it's good to know. Also want to say I don't own the OG, but I did smell it at Scent Explore New York last year. And now from what I remember of the OG, I think it was good. It was a decent fragrance. It wasn't terrible, but it also was nothing that blew me away. So what are you getting with this scent? Ultimately, I think this is like a complex, resinous, mature scent profile that kind of lives in the oriental, vanilla, ambery, spicy family. Now, most of the complexity, in my opinion, comes in that opening. Let's just say it has this interesting boozy opening, but then it does transition to a dark, creamy, leathery dry down. But we do need to talk about that opening, because here are the notes that are listed: boozy accords, saffron, cardamom, and cate oil. So where do I begin? In my opinion, the opening is kind of a mess. Think about it. It has that strong boozy note, then it has this metallic spicy saffron. Then you blend that with this smoky, slightly medicinal cate oil. To me, the opening comes off kind of harsh and almost chemically. Now, like I said, I don't remember being blown away by the original fragrance, but I also don't remember the opening being like this. The funny thing is that when I first got this out of the mail, I quickly sprayed it on a strip, and on strip, it smelled okay. But then I got back to my regular day job, and then I didn't put it on skin until in the evening. And that's when, once I sprayed it on skin, is when I started picking up that weird chemically nature. And another thing is that opening kind of lingers. It's not one of those openings of fragrances that like 5-10 minutes and it's gone. And this one, a solid 25 minutes later, I was still picking it up. Now there is some good news with this fragrance. The dry down, in my opinion, is much better. The further it moves away from that opening, the better it gets. You get notes like coffee, this very creamy suede, tons of ambers. In the base, you also get things like vanilla, tonka bean, some gaiac wood, and amberwood. Look, as it dries, it remains a dark masculine scent, but it is, in my opinion, much smoother and wearable than the opening. Also, if you're into performance, that is not an issue here. This thing lasts already. Right out of the box, I'm getting 8 to 9 hours on skin. And projection is strong too. When I did my testing, I sprayed it like 2 or 3 times, and both my wife and my kids made comments on how strong they thought it was. This thing can easily fill up a room, especially for the first couple of hours, so be careful with the sprays. This is ultimately a winter, fall fragrance. That warm, spicy, resinous nature makes it ideal for that cold weather. Also, I think it's good for evening wear. Think formal events, date nights, special occasions. As long as, in my opinion, to get past that opening, spray it like 30 minutes before you leave. So what are my overall thoughts? Well, in my opinion, this fragrance is a tale of two halves. I absolutely do not like the opening. I think it's honestly quite terrible. The dry down is quite nice on the flip side, but that opening is just so rough that I cannot recommend this scent. The dry down does save it from being a total failure. And to be fair, the dry down of the fragrance lasts much longer than the opening of the fragrance. It takes up vast majority of the scent life cycle. But if I never wear it due to that opening, I'll never get to that dry down. And for that reason, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Does it have redeeming aspects like that dry down? Sure. Could there be an audience out there that actually likes that complexity and kind of weirdness of the original? That's possible too. But I think for most people, this is going to be a pass. If you're looking for like a darker, masculine fragrance that has come out recently, I think you should actually go with Cal Cologne and Maison Azar's Thriller. I actually quite like that fragrance. Another banger that came out late last year that I think kind of fits that same mold is Musamam's Black Intense by Lattafa. In my opinion, both of those fragrances are much better options than this one. And it's kind of a shame because Rayhaan has been releasing some belters recently. Going back to last year, I think like Pacific Aura, Adonis Icarus early in the year, late in the year, things like Terra and Obsidian. All of them were really, really good, but with this one, it's just not for me. So there you have it, folks. My thoughts on Rayhaan's newest release, Pharaoh. Let me know in the comments if you've tried it and what your thoughts are. And if you haven't tried it yet, let me know in the comments what is your favorite Rayhaan fragrance. Also, please hit that like and subscribe button so we can keep growing this channel. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs as soon as possible. I can only do that with your support. And as always, stay tuned for more honest, affordable fragrance content. Until next time, I'm out.